Imagine a year where they are bikers by day, ninjas by night.
Whoa, that sounds cool as heck, my guy.
Steal your cocaine and also your life.
Oh my god, that doesn't sound as cool as it was previously. What year is that, Sandro?
It's 1987.
Whoa, that one. Oh, that was a violent portal that time. Although I feel a lot better now. Oh, I feel refreshed, feel ready, and oh my god. Where the fuck am I? I'm on some sort of street corner in the middle of the day, and there's just bikers just around me. Whoa, oh, Jesus Christ. They're going so fast, they're going everywhere.
What are you doing in my streets, mister?
Oh my god. Sorry, Mr. Biker, sir. Why are you clicking?
Why? Because I'm in West Side Story with my biker gang.
Oh.
I look like I'm in West Side Story. I'm clicking all the time. See?
I don't know what is happening anymore.
You can call me Man. Florida Man.
Oh no!
Welcome to Miami, mister.
I've heard of your powers, Mr. Florida Man. Many news stories have reached me. I come in peace. I'm just here to review a movie.
Well, you may come in peace, but you're gonna leave in pieces, mister.
Oh shit! I fell into that one, didn't I?
I'm gonna
shit.
leave you all cut like my cocaine.
Oh!
that I sell at the club.
That's not a very good slogan. You need to work on your slogan. Telling people that you cut your cocaine is probably not a great business idea, just saying. Although it was a good line.
They don't care, they're too busy watching the bands to care about how much I cut the cocaine, mister.
That's a smart business idea. You're a suave guy, Mr. Florida Man.
That's me, I'm Florida Man.
Yep. Who is also an Italian bike gangster? Question mark.
I'm riding my bikes here. I'm riding
I thought this
here.
was Miami, not Chicago.
I'm snorting here. That's what I'm doing.
I'm snorting at how funny this is. Oh.
Yeah, I'm glad you think it's funny because it was me the entire time,
Whoa,
Zach.
it's Sandro.
Right.
It's the first time he's been funny in his life. Wow.
Oh,
Congrats.
wow, that's rude. It's a bit rude, actually.
Wow, you insulted my mustache in the intro.
That was in the bloopers, though.
I know
That's
it's
not
in the bloopers.
episode.
You're going to have to wait till the end of the episode to hear that bit.
I was going to put it in episode 300, all the bloopers we got mashed.
Oh, nah, put that one at the end of this episode.
I'll put it at the end of this episode.
Do more work.
Hello, welcome to Oldie But a Goodie. This year, Zach, you've teleported into the year 1987.
That's
and
true.
I had to pick one movie from this year, but the problem with that was we've already done this year on the podcast, so I had nothing to choose from. So I chose cult classic martial arts extravaganza, Miami Connection.
That's a lot of words that I could only apply one of those to this.
One of the greatest movies I think I've watched this year. Honestly, this was incredible.
I cannot believe you managed to find New York Ninja 2. That's an incredible feat.
This is New York Ninja 2. That's true. I was watching it last night, and I was like, it made me want to watch New York Ninja again.
It's true. It's very similar vibes, you know?
Yeah, just ninjas in the 80s.
Yep.
They were huge.
Absolutely.
But unlike New York Ninja, this movie's a little bit different because this one is written, produced, stars, and co-directed by a guy called Y.K. Kim, who made this movie partly to advertise his skills as a taekwondo expert.
Ah, right. Because I knew there was something like that going on in this film.
You knew that this movie was probably an ego project for someone.
Oh, absolutely. It felt like it, for sure.
Look, I unironically loved this. No, I ironically loved it, but I also unironically loved it. What did you think of Miami Connection, Zach?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny. I laughed a lot at this film. It did take me a bit to get through this film, I'm not gonna lie. This was a bit of a two-parter for me again.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do non-spoilers and then spoilers, but I'm not sure how you experienced this, but I had no idea what was going on for the first, 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No. That's going into my two-parter, because it's actually a three-parter.
It's a three-parter, right?
Where I watched the first half, and I was like, I'm gonna have to come back to this. Watch the second half, went like, what the fuck is going on? And then watch the first half again, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Wait, so you finished the movie, and then you went back to the start and watched it again?
Yes, and then I watched the first part again, because I was like, what is going on? Did I miss things?
The first part is so confusing. Because the opening song makes you think that the bad guys are the main characters.
Yep.
And you're following the bad guys for 20 minutes, but then you're like, oh, hang on a second, but they're the bad guys.
Yeah. And then we're introduced to the dance group / judo experts.
Taekwondo, yeah.
Yeah, they're the main characters, and they're all orphans. And except for one of them, who was secretly not an orphan, and that's a plot
You're spoiling
point.
things, Zach. You're spoiling things, Zach.
Sorry, I'm skipping to spoilers again. I keep doing this. No. Non-spoilers.
This movie is if I were to describe it, I would compare it to New York Ninja, but New York Ninja isn't very well known. So what I would instead do is I would compare it to The Karate Kid.
Yep.
But if The Karate Kid was closer to Cobra Kai, so a bunch of kids together doing karate, except they're not doing karate, they're doing taekwondo, and also the movie's really violent and not for kids.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe Miami Connection. It's kind of like Cobra Kai if Cobra Kai was about drug lords, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But also with some banger soundtracks. I was almost going to say High School Musical, but that's not quite right. But something like that. There's some just random banger tracks in here. Because they're part of a band, right?
Yeah. There are some pretty great songs. And the songs are all made by people in the cast as well.
Oh, that's funny.
Which is pretty cool. This is a hard one to do non-spoilers for.
Yeah. Just everything that happens in the film is a spoiler, but there's a very diverse cast. It's pointed out that they're very multicultural. That's a thing in this movie.
Yes. Actually, I've got it written down, because, our main characters are a band, and the band are made up of a Korean man, which is YK Kim. He also financed this himself. I think this movie cost about $1 million and almost made him go bankrupt.
Lol. Yep.
Guess how much this made in its first theatrical or straight to video release?
$1,000.
Yeah, $2,000.
Oh, I was close. I was like, this thing. There's no way this thing went anywhere.
No, it didn't really.
Damn.
I don't know where this got popular from. It's obviously been remastered. We rewatched the remastered copy from 2012, but I don't know where this got popular. If it was a YouTube channel, maybe reviewed it, and
I think it must have been a film festival sort of thing that some person managed to find this and was like, this is funny, I'm going to put this on, right?
Oh, here we go. In 2009, a programmer at the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema in Texas found the reel, I guess, for the movie on eBay.
Boom! I called it. Someone found it.
He found the movie on eBay. He bought it for $50, and then I guess he screened the film to a bunch of random people, and they all loved it.
Yeah.
And so it got remastered and re-released.
That's Pog.
Imagine being the guy who made this, and that's you make a movie, it almost bankrupts you, no one remembers it, and then some random guy finds it on eBay 30 years later.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But the band is made up of a Korean man. We've got an African-American and Korean man as well.
I was going to say, there's another Korean man there because he's supposedly half Korean.
We've also got an Irish man, a Jewish man, and an Italian man.
Walk into a bar.
And exactly. And they all make up a band called Dragon Sound, and they're all orphans, and they're all black belts in Taekwondo.
Yep. Except one of them isn't a full orphan. It's Mr. Brown, I believe, or at least a relation of Mr. Brown.
Yeah, his character's name is Jim Brown, and he is the black one.
And I was I think Mr. Brown is a common last name, but it feels bad. I don't know. I don't like that one.
What do you mean, Zach? It's an 80s movie and someone called Jim Brown feels bad? I don't know.
My lord.
I don't know what you're talking. This movie does every now and because it's a lot of fun and all of that, but it does every now and then go into vaguely problematic territory, but it's so sudden and weird. What? There's so much catcalling in this movie. Just for no reason. Of our main characters going to a beach and just harassing women for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah. It is wild how drastically the sort of flip-flops between a G to PG rated film and then an M to R. It plays the movie ratings like a fucking xylophone.
It does, especially considering a lot of the songs in the movie are "We're all friends are the best."
Yeah,
we're all gonna be okay.
Trust and loyalty, friendship and magic and bullshit.
We gotta end the violence, man.
Literally, I was thinking during that scene where they play that song, I'm like, this sounds like an 80s children's music song.
For sure.
And then 5 minutes later, one of the bad guys comes in and is like, that song was for kids. And I was like, yeah, I actually agree with the bad guy here. That song sounded like it was for kids.
It was, actually. But, this movie is all about that, It's all about, we gotta stop the violence on the streets. We gotta learn how to fight with honor, with taekwondo. But then, and I don't want to give too much away, but this movie is fucking violent. There's so much violence in this movie, not just committed by the bad guys either. There's a lot of senseless killing on both sides.
Yeah.
And it's framed as a good thing.
Yeah, well, to stop violence, you have to kill people violently. And then they won't be violent anymore, right?
I guess.
It just makes logical sense, right? It's like that Batman thing where he, won't kill anybody. Because if you kill one person, the number of killers stays the same, right?
Yeah.
But if you kill multiple people, then the killers start going down. So just kill lots of people, Sandra.
Exactly. We gotta kill we gotta kill all of them.
There's also some Tatars on screen as well.
Yeah, that was so out of the blue. This whole movie, everything in this movie that is not for kids feels so out of place that it makes this movie it's just a wonder.
Yeah.
This movie's who chose this?
It is wild. Didn't you choose it? No.
I chose it. Yeah. No, I'm the one who chose it.
Yeah, no. But I think that's because that scene in particular went to an actual biker gang and were like, hey, we're gonna film you or whatever. And so they're like, sure, I'll flash my tits to the camera as a funny joke.
There is a lot of that where it's it feels like they don't have permits to do what they're doing. There was a scene where they're at it's like a gang fight and the cops randomly come in, and my partner made the point of I bet they can't afford the cops and they just called the cops and then filmed them arriving.
Wow, yeah, true.
But that's not the case because they do then get out of the cars and have a conversation, which is one of the best conversations. I've got it written down here. It doesn't actually have any spoilers in it, so I'm just going to say the conversation.
Oh, okay, you're going to read it out. All right, here we go.
So one of the cops comes out and is like, where did everybody go? The other cop says, I don't know. Looks like another gang. We need to get these gangs out of Florida anyway. That's right. Let's go. And then they just leave. That should give you a pretty good indication as to the quality of the writing in this movie.
Yeah, the writing was definitely one of the poorer qualities, but an understandable one. I love the dramatic scene with Mr. Brown where he's like, I actually have a dad. And it's like, whoa.
Oh, I thought we were all orphans.
Whoa, what a fucking twist that's just been established. Whoa! It's funny with that scene in particular, because that scene goes on for a while.
Yeah.
That's like a 5-minute scene of him moping, being like, actually, I'm not an orphan. I have a dad out there somewhere.
Did you enjoy the fighting in this movie, though? Because we do have at least 2 people who are good at taekwondo in this.
Are they?
There's the main guy, and then there's the character of John, the boyfriend. He seems to know his, like, kind of what to do.
That's true. Yeah. They do really like their, like, flipping kicks. They're, like, spin kicks and just kicks in general.
Yep.
I noted that the like, good guys, like, defaulted to a kick every other... I think, like, whoever directed it, the guy, right? He was just like, kicks look good, right? So I'm gonna do lots of kicks.
Well, the credited director is a guy called Richard Park. But I think maybe they both directed it together because...
Yeah, co-directed it. Yeah,
It seems like YK Kim had a lot to do with maybe he was the fighting director. He directed all the fight scenes.
Either way, there seemed to be a big bias for kicks.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of spinning. There was quite a bit of slow-mo.
There was.
Near the end, they get some swords involved. Spoilers.
That was pretty sick. I really enjoyed all of that. It's very funny. We'll talk about that more later.
There was a lot of blood after that, which was wild. The film became very bloody all of a sudden, like halfway through this film. And it's like, well, they started filming before the blood came in and they finally got the blood in. So now they can do all the scenes with blood everywhere.
Exactly. But yeah, I think a lot of the fighting in this, it does feel like a bunch of people, like, sparring.
Yeah.
In, like, taekwondo class, it doesn't really feel like actual fighting, but it's pretty good. Like, it's better than some of the shit we've seen.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, it's definitely one of the better parts of this film is that they have just a lot of fighting between people. There was like one scene where this biker dude's like getting and he's like jittering around the big thing, and then the guy just stands there like, and he gives him a look like this is part of the film. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then he just does a spinning kick and just knocks out the guy. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Had some good timing.
But I guess we'll rate it and then jump into the plot. What do you, is this an oldie or a goodie? Or do you think this deserves some sort of award? Because it's pretty memey, let's be honest.
It is very meme porridge, but we haven't used that award in a long time.
I think we used it over on Patreon recently, but I can't quite remember what we use it for.
I don't know. I definitely enjoyed this film a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's it's very New York Ninja sort of thing. It was
Definitely.
It was very funny. But it was also a bit long. I don't know. It wasn't that long. It was like an hour 20, right?
It is pretty short, yeah.
But it felt a bit long. And the story was very hard to follow. there was a lot going on. But I did get most of it on the rewatch of the first half, so I could understand what's going on.
I found it pretty easy to follow after about 20 minutes, but there was a long portion there where I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I think it's just like when you get to the main characters, it becomes a lot easier because you just follow them for the rest of the film, and so the plot just sort of develops naturally. But yeah, it was... I don't know. I'm torn. Technically, I think, going by my rules again, and when I'm in these stuck situations where I'm like, it's an oldie, but also a goodie, right? It's both. Let's be real.
It is both.
But going by my rules, if I can suggest it to someone, it's a goodie, right? That's my usual tiebreaker. It's like, would I suggest this to someone? I would suggest it to you, specifically.
You suggested to me. I think you've got some other friends who would enjoy this, though.
Oh,
surely.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Some of my friends are stupid enough to watch this film, so I think I have to give it a goodie in that case, but it feels wrong. But it's like, would I rate The Room a goodie? Probably.
I give it the Meme Porridge Award. I wouldn't give, like...
Yeah, it feels wrong to give The Room a goodie as well, right? So I guess I have to give it an award, because I can't give it an oldie and I can't give it a goodie.
Well, with Miami Connection, because you're saying goodie, I'm also saying goodie as well. But this movie can't get 2 goodies.
No.
It's not actually good.
So I'm saying we give it the New York Ninja Award.
The New York Ninja? Well, I don't even know what we gave New York Ninja, and I don't have my external hard drive plugged in right now.
Yeah,
I feel like,
I feel like we gave that one the Meme Porridge Award.
I think we did give that one the Meme Porridge Award.
But this is just New York Ninja, so I just really want to give it the New York Ninja Award, because I think that's really funny.
Well, if you don't know what New York Ninja is, we did a bonus episode of that, patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod. That was a while ago when we did that.
I think we should just give the New York Ninja Award to any film that we see that has ninjas in it. Just like any film based in a city that involves ninjas that are not in, like, Tokyo or Japan.
New York Ninja Award. Ninja doesn't have to be in New York. That's the full name of the award.
Yep. Done. Perfect.
Cool. All right, we'll give it that. Because, yeah, this is very much along those lines. I highly recommend it, though. If you like bad movies, this is a really fun one.
Oh, absolutely. This is a good one. Yeah. I think I would have enjoyed this one a lot more if we would watched it together.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a watch party sort of movie.
Oh, 100% this is, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to watch this on the big screen, honestly. Oh, a double feature with this and New York Ninja? That'd be pretty good.
Oh, that would be a banger.
That's a lot of ninjaing.
I would like a drinking game in that. Like, whenever the tone shifts drastically.
Whenever the tone shifts, take a shot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't think of things that happen constantly in this movie.
No, that's the problem. They all come in, like, bits, right?
Yeah.
It's like getting stabbed. Like, all the blood and stuff is at the very end. So it'd be like, you'd be sober for the first half of the film and then wasted at the end of the film.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair to be like, take a drink whenever they harass a woman, because that all happens in one small chunk.
That's the problem with this film. None of it's, like, spread out. It's like, what? The first part, we just do this, like, biker song thing. And then the second part, we do the conflict and stories things, and then the end part is just like all this violent fighting, and it's
exactly.
Like, what is going on? Have a shot every time one of your friends says, "I'm confused."
Now that's good. Yes.
Yeah.
Take a drink whenever you or your friends are confused. On IMDb, it recommends other movies that are similar to this one.
Oh, yeah.
It recommends New York Ninja. It also recommends Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Okay.
Which we've also done. I can kind of see it.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, here's the thing. There was, like, some sword fighting in that, right?
There was sword fighting.
There was sword fighting. There's a bit of ninjaing.
That movie was just a really extreme version of this.
Yeah.
Like an extreme tasteless version. Like this one at least has some taste. Hard Ticket to Hawaii, there's no taste in that bad boy.
No, none at all.
But we have reviewed both of those up on Patreon, so if you want to check those episodes out, go subscribe to our Patreon, and you'll get some K-drama goodness while you're at it. But Zach, before we do some spoilers, I've got a tagline for you.
A tagline?
The tagline is...
A singular tagline?
Only one, yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's another one here on the actual poster that I'm gonna just try
we're doing a bit of field research now. You're not just getting them off stinky IMDb, like, uncredited, sourceless material. No, he's actually looking up the poster and reading it as we speak.
I can't. It's so blurry. It's so blurry.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Greetings from the something something jungle in the something 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 of Miami.
That is definitely...
Courageous jungle?
I don't...
Congress jungle?
I'm trying to find I can't find this poster anywhere else. Anyway, the only tagline for this movie on IMDb is Survival, the Ultimate Test.
Survival, the ultimate test. That has nothing to do with this film at all.
It's also not written with any punctuation, so the tagline, if read how it's written, is just survival, the ultimate test.
Whoa, the ultimate test. Thumbs down?
Yeah, it's
I guess.
pretty bad,
I feel
isn't it?
mean for saying that. Seeing as no one saw this film anyway. Like, no one saw that tagline, right? So
No.
it doesn't really matter.
This movie did not do well. I wonder if he's made his money back now, though.
I would hope so. That would be cool. You said it got remastered, right?
It did.
So all the remastered copies would be... He would own them, right? So he would get money for all of them sold, yeah?
And he is still alive as well. He's currently 77, which means he was 39 when he made this movie, which makes sense. He's a 39-year-old college student in this movie. Yeah, it looks like he went on to become a motivational speaker. His taekwondo school kind of blew up around the late 80s, so it looks like he did pretty well for himself.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. He went on to stab more biker gang people.
that's right.
Fantastic.
Howdy there, my name is Sally McSeller, and there's very few dates that I look forward to. I hate Christmas, I hate Easter, I hate Thanksgiving, and I definitely hate Halloween. It's too scary for me. But there's one event that happens every year that I love, and that's the Cage-a-rama. Sandro and Zach talking about Nicolas Cage movies for 3 months, and they've just started with a review of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Here's a clip. Out of all of the actors who could play themselves, Nick Cage is the only actor, I think, who could make a movie like this work.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other actor who playing themselves would be this entertaining.
John Travolta, I think I could see that.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it though because of the Scientology stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But I think it would be a slightly different movie. It would be more like an autobiography, more dramatized, less humor maybe in certain scenes. I don't know. I think Travolta could pull it off.
Maybe. Tom Cruise could. No, he wouldn't do it.
Same with the Scientology problem, Sandro.
Yeah, same with the Scientology problem there, actually.
Scientology foiling us once again.
They don't have any self-awareness to be able to do a movie like this. I would remortgage my house to go to patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod, but I don't have to, because you can head there right now and get that bonus episode for only $5 a month. That's patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod, where you can get 2 Nick Cage reviews every single month for the next 3 months. Oh, and if you don't, then my name isn't Sally McSeller, but it is because I said that at the start of the episode. You can also get ad-free and bonus. Well, you already know about the bonus things. That's what the ad's about. But ad-free episodes there too. Yeehaw! All right, let's do some bloody spoilers.
Spoiler warning.
The plot opens somewhere in Miami.
Miami.
The movie opens somewhere in Miami, and we see a bunch of ninjas trying to stop a drug deal.
Yeah, it's a great cold opening.
I think it's a cold opening, yeah.
I think that's a hot opening, you know? Hot into the action.
We see so much violence. We see, like, throwing stars in people's necks and people's heads being cut open and shit. It's so gory right from the get-go. And we're like, oh, these cool ninjas are cleaning up the streets and stopping all the drug deals. They're so cool. These cool, epic main characters of the movie ninjas.
Yeah, that's right. I was confused because they're stopping a drug trade, so I figured they were the good guys, right? Because they're stopping the bad guys. But they're not. They're attacking a rival gang.
Well,
right?
Yeah, well, yes, they are. It's so confusing because, like, then they all go back to their base, and the main ninja, the only one who's dressed in white, he's the white ninja. He is Yoshito, the leader. He takes off his mask, and he's like, "You forgot the only thing that we needed, the money." And then it cuts to, like, the name of the movie with a song playing talking about them, but talking about them in a good way, where it's like, Bikers by day, ninjas by night.
Ninjas by night. Yeah, and it's like a Top Gun song.
It is a Top Gun song, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, they'll steal your cocaine, and also your life. And I'm like, so is that a good thing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
It wasn't very clear at first if they were the bad guys. Because it's a pretty great villain intro. I just wish before that, you just have like a 5 minutes beforehand where you have your main characters, right?
Yes.
So you have your main characters, they like talk for a bit about going up on stage. It's like they're nervous for their first performance or something, right?
Yeah.
And then they go up on stage and they start singing, like, maybe they start singing the, like, bikers by day, ninjas by night. And then it cuts to the bad guys, like, attacking this place.
Right.
And killing everybody while this song plays in the background. That would be cool as hell.
But no, that's not what they do. It's just confusing. It's just really confusing. Also, the fact that they let all of the exposition come from the songs at the start of the movie, that was also a sign where I was like, part of me feels like this movie might be bad, actually. You know what I mean?
I got that vibe.
But then, those ninjas, they take the drugs to a nightclub. Not the main ninja, I guess he's the second in command. His name is Jeff.
I could not follow any named individual throughout this entire movie except Mr. Brown, because I remembered that one because I was like, that's racist.
Well, I was writing down all their names, Zach. All their names.
I'm so glad you did, because I could not remember a single thing about any of these characters.
Well, let me do some exposition for you right now, because at the club, Jeff sees his sister, Jane.
Yes.
And Jane, who is Jeff's sister, is kissing John.
Yes.
Now, John is in the band Dragon Sound.
Yes.
Along with Mark, who is the main character of the movie, except he isn't, because what's going on?
I know this because I rewatched the film to like watch through all this to get this correctly, yeah. And so they're a little pissed off at this club, you know?
Yeah, Jeff's like, oh, what the fuck? I can't believe that my sister is going out with those bad guys of the movie, is what we're thinking.
Yeah. But they're not the bad guys, they're the good guys. And kissing his sister is a good thing.
Yes.
I think.
I guess. John seems cool, I guess.
Yeah, but then they do a little performance up on stage, right? They do the, friends and family will be together forever and stuff like that, right?
They literally say the line, "You've got a friend in me," in the song.
Yeah, you've got a friend in me. Toy Story stole it from this movie.
Toy Story stole it from here, exactly.
Yeah.
The soundtrack of this movie is so good, by the way.
It is a very fun. I especially like this one that's like loyalty, friendship, and harmony and stuff like that. It sounds like what an 80s like children's show intro has in it, right?
It does.
Anyway, the biker gang ninjas, they hang out in the club for a bit. The club owner, who was the actor for the club owner? He looked familiar. I think we've seen him in something else.
Club owner is a guy called William P. Young. This is his only credited thing on IMDb.
Yeah, no, I swear I'd seen him in something else, but it might have just been mistaken identity.
Maybe. But he gets in a fight with some random guy. Just some random dude, and the random dude is like, "Oh, that song was for kids. You're ruining my vibe."
No, that's not a random guy, Sandro. That's a recurring character in this film. You may have missed it.
He is a recurring character in the movie, but who the fuck is he? Like, actually, I don't know who he was.
That's fair. You see, this is why I rewatched the movie, Sandro, so I can figure out who the fuck this guy was. Because that random guy has a band that used to play at the club.
I did not get that at all.
Yeah. That's why he's so pissed off. Is because he was the previous music for this club, but they've been kicked out for this new band, this new hot on the block band, the Dragon Fuckers, or whatever the fuck they're called, right?
Dragon Sound. You know what?
Dragon Sound.
This movie, I take it back. This movie is not... This movie is Karate Kid meets...
What?
Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's what this movie is.
So true.
That's what this is. I mean, I love those movies. They're good.
I think the reason you didn't make that analogy is because no one else has seen Breakin' 2 except us as well.
That's true. No one else but us has seen the Breakin' movies.
Yeah, no one's going to relate to this analogy because no one's seen Breakin'. It is Breakin' though.
It is
absolutely. So yeah, the music guy, who like he has a punch on with the owner of the club, and he's like really pissed at him because then he goes and cries to the biker gang guy.
There's a couple more things that happen before he cries to the biker guy because this movie doesn't
I know
actually.
There's a couple of things, but that's his plot line is that he wants to cry to the biker guy so that they have a conflict with the dragon fuckers.
So that the biker guys now have a reason aside from Jeff's sister is with one of the band members. So now that they have a reason to go after the band that isn't personal reasons.
Yes.
So we cut to a random university.
You can't say random for everything, right, Sandro? In the movie, it's not random. In the movie, it's well established, right?
Oh, you're right.
Just because you don't know the fucking establishment, just because this is some random thing. No, it's the university in the movie. It's not like, you can't just call everything random, Sandro.
That's true. Well, then we cut to the very not random university that this movie takes place in. And because at this point, we still think that the biker ninjas are the good guys. So we see Jane, which is Jeff's brother. Very important. But Jane is in the class where she's being taught how to use a computer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They had a bunch of, like, computer nerds from their school go to a competition, and they came fourth.
That's right. They came fourth. These people, they're pretty good at using their computers. So they're learning how to use a computer, and then John from the band shows up, and John starts making goofy, like, monkey sign language things at Jane so that Jane will follow him out of class. Now, this is a reference to the fact that Jane is, of course, the name of Tarzan's girlfriend slash wife. So it's a very clever Easter egg.
Yep.
We get exposition for Jane because everyone in this movie has a horrifically sad backstory.
Yeah.
And she goes on forever about how my mom died of this random disease, and then my dad died not too shortly after she died. And that's why Jeff pays for my university. Jeff pays for everything. Except that's what I think that she said, because in this scene, there are so many extras walking behind them causing random noise that you can't hear what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah. It's funny because, they have multiple times where characters will just go on about their backstories.
Yeah.
Which is very funny.
It's almost like they made it up on the spot. You know what I mean?
Probably.
What did it reminded me of? Oh, it reminded me of Gremlins 2, where they parody the girlfriend has like a sad backstory in Gremlins 1, and then they parody that in Gremlins 2, where she does like a sad monologue about Thanksgiving or some shit.
Yeah, they make it like even sadder. Like they just make her like have this horribly tragic backstory. Yeah, it's very funny. God, Gremlins 2 was amazing.
Gremlins 2 is fantastic.
I liked how it was like, she gets funded from her brother, but her brother, the reason she gets all this money from her brother is because the brother's making lots of money, with the gangs,
That's right. He takes your cocaine and then also your life.
Yeah.
That's what the brother does.
Yeah, and then he presumably cuts the cocaine and then sells it.
And then she says one of my favorite lines in the movie, well, speaking of my brother, I think it's time I go meet him.
Yep.
And then she walks into the parking lot and her brother's randomly there, and her brother's like, oh my god, I can't believe you're dating John. You're dating John. And we're like, oh my god, the conflict, the good guys, the ninjas, they're going to give John a piece of their
I was pretty cottoned on to the fact that they weren't the good guys at this stage. You keep saying like, oh, they're the good guy. I was pretty cottoned on at this stage of the movie that they weren't great.
You were cottoned on at this point? But then they fight, Zach.
Yeah.
They do a big fight.
He, like, punches the crap out of his sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the band shows up.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, is this guy giving you trouble? You want to go? And there's a bit of a standoff.
That's the moment when I went, oh, wait, hang on a second. They're the good guys.
There you go.
Because it's kind of unclear, a little bit.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty unclear, especially at the start of the film, because they have such an epic intro with the Top Gun-like song. It's just that most movies don't have hype songs for their bad guys, you know?
They did in the... Well, yeah, like, for the bad guys. Because, like, there was a lot of movies, particularly when we covered 87, I think. There were a lot of movies made for songs back then, like...
Yeah.
You know, to kind of, like, hype up the main characters, but not really the bad guys.
Yeah, there's not much bad guy hyping songs. That's the problem. We need more.
Especially during the opening credits as well. That was a bold move.
Yeah. There's a lot of choices which are just unusual, which take you off guard. And I think there should be more, like, bad guy, like, music intros, right?
I think so, yeah.
I'm sure there's examples out there, but I can't think of any. There's, like, Disney villain songs.
There's always a villain song in a musical, that's true. Well, I mean, last week, with the Little Shop of Horrors, there were a lot of bad guy hype-up songs in that one, Zach. Wasn't there? In that movie that we have watched and the episode we have recorded.
So true. I loved recording that thing that we did record before this.
I had a lot of fun recording that episode last week. For the podcast when it came out.
Well, exactly. But none of them are, like, intros, right? Like Disney villain songs, they're not, like, the introduction to the villain.
That would be a pretty bold move. Like, Lion King opens up with Scar's Nazi song.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like if Be Prepared was the first song in The Lion King, right? You would be like, what the fuck is going on, right?
Yeah.
Although that would slap. You have, like, the intro where it's like, oh, here's little Simba, he's running around, and then suddenly, be prepared, goose step.
That's
goose
very
step.
funny.
Like, what the fuck?
I want to make that edit now.
That would be
I want to
very
have
funny.
that song playing over, like, Circle of Life.
But I think that's a great example to tell you how the tone, like, shifts in this film. Is like, imagine if they just played a Disney villain song immediately after something happens, completely unrelated.
So, at this point, we are introduced to another new character. His name is Uncle Song.
Uncle Song.
And I think that's the director. I think that's the main director of the movie.
Yep.
Richard Park, I think. But he's there. He's cool. I liked Uncle Song. He's kind of like the mentor, I guess, of the group.
Yeah, well, he's the leader, right, of the song troupe.
And he runs a pizza joint, and we get a scene where all of the bikers show up.
Oh, that's right. The fucking pizza joint. I forgot. Why is that a plot point in this fucking film? There's so much going on.
I feel like they read a Ninja Turtles comic and went, we need some pizza.
That's so true.
Oh, actually, because it is the late 80s. At this point, I don't think Ninja Turtles were for kids. I think it was still hard adult comics, like the black and white early Ninja Turtle comics.
Oh, damn.
That might have been what Ninja Turtles was at this point. Because if you don't know, actually, no, we won't do that now.
Actually, I have this 5-hour presentation on the Ninja Turtles that I'd like to...
The Ninja Turtles started as a parody of Daredevil, and it was ultra-violent and not at all for kids. But then it became for kids once the toys were released. And then it became for kids, and now it's just for kids. But sometimes it crosses over with Batman.
That's true. I've seen that.
And the new movie was very good as well. Yes.
Was it?
Not the Michael Bay one, though.
Oh, yeah. No, obviously. I think that goes without saying. And who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I don't have a favorite Ninja Turtle. I like them all.
Shut the fuck up. Who's your favorite one?
I like Casey.
Casey's
my favorite Ninja Turtle.
No one likes Casey. Not a single person on this planet Earth. Maybe they'll go for the fucking reporter lady, right?
Yeah, maybe. No one picks Casey.
No one's saying Casey.
What's his last? I don't even remember what his last name is. Is it Casey Jones? I don't know.
I don't know. That really threw me off.
My favorite Ninja Turtle is The Last Ronin, which is a comic book series where all of the Ninja Turtles but one have been killed, but you don't know which Ninja Turtle it is until the final issue. So if I say who it is, that is a spoiler.
Oh, you're such a bitch. I like Master Splinter. I like Shredder, actually.
Shredder's pretty cool.
He can shred me.
He could shred you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Actually, no, I want to be shredded by that brain in the chest guy.
Oh, yeah,
I can't
he's
remember
pretty.
his name.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about... This movie does feel like it should be set in New York, not Florida.
Yeah. It's true. It's because we got New York Ninja on the brain.
So Uncle Song, he runs a pizza joint. There's a random scene where a bunch of the ninjas show up and he has to fight them. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked that.
It was some solid fighting. If there's one thing they can do, it's throw some legs.
That's right. We get another exposition song from Dragon Sound where they talk about how much they want to beat up all those ninjas.
Yep.
That was great. I enjoyed that one.
Again, banger. Absolute banger.
It was, that's when they say the line, "We must stop this senseless killing," which makes you think that they would maybe not use violence to stop the violence that the ninjas are doing.
Yes, that implies, much like a lot of philosophy from, the, like, peace and love, right?
Yeah.
You can't use violence, you gotta use peace and love. Peaceful protesting. Mm-hmm. Let's take a peaceful approach. No, that's not what happens. They're gonna fucking behead the shit out of these fucking ninjas. They're gonna stab and decapitate and maim their way through these ninjas so that they take a punish of you to cleaning up the streets,
We get more fighting. Oh yeah, all of the band, they all live together, and if you were to base their friendship off of what we see in the movie, it seems like they have no other friends. They just all kind of hang out with each other all the time.
Oh, I don't know. They probably, to be fair, that one guy gets the girlfriend, right, at university, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not a person he lives with.
No.
That's a person from the university. So there you go.
That's a good point. Yeah. I guess. But Zach, they're all bonded together because they're all orphans.
That's true.
All of these boys, they may all be very different. One of them might be Jewish.
Yep.
One of them's Italian.
Yep.
But they're all orphans, Zach. They're all orphans.
I like how you named the two whitest fucking people in their group. It's like, oh, they might be Irish, they might be Jewish, but they can get past the differences. Yeah, what are differences, Sandro?
Oh my goodness. Jim?
He
reveals... Wait, no, what's his name?
I don't remember. I
Is
don't
his name
fucking know.
Jim?
I know he's Mr. Brown. I know he's Brown Jr.
Yeah, Jim. His name is Jim Brown.
Jim Brown
reveals that he actually has a dad and a mum, actually.
Yeah, well, no. Well, Sandro, first off, the reveal isn't that he had a mum. I'm pretty sure they're all aware that mums exist and that they all previously had them, right? None of them were genetically born in a lab, except for maybe the main lead guy. He might have been born in a lab.
Well, I thought they were all Ninja Turtles.
Sick kick flips.
Weren't they all born in the sewers?
No. In certain canons of the Ninja Turtles, actually, Sandro, you should know this.
I should know
that
this.
they were in a lab and experimented on.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's revealed that Jim Brown, who was thought to be an orphan, because his mum had died, he actually is not an orphan because his dad is alive.
Yeah. He's the odd one out, and he didn't want to tell them all, because then he would not be an orphan, and therefore can't be in his group. But he's like, actually, I have a dad, and when my mum died, she was like, here's a picture of a random person that does not look like the actor that you hired to be the dad.
I like as well, the reason why, because I think on his mum's deathbed, she was like, you have to find your dad, Jim. And we get a line from Jim where he's like, yeah, she told me to find him, but I didn't like him because he left us, so I didn't. It's a fair reason not to try to find your dad, actually.
Yeah.
He just didn't like his dad.
I mean, that checks out.
I don't know why, but I found that line very funny. I just started laughing at it.
I mean, if your dad abandoned you, right, you would probably have, you'd probably be like, hey, fuck you, man.
That's true,
Fuck
that's true.
you, what the fuck?
I did like, though, when he delivers that monologue, it's like all of the group in the living room of their tiny house, and he like turns towards the camera, so he's facing away from all of them and just talks for like 3 minutes.
It's like a 5-minute scene. It's long. This thing, because this actor just is like, to
be fair, he's one of the better actors in this movie. He's probably the best actor in this movie, let's be honest.
Probably. But the fake crying, I was like,
Dear me.
Yeah, it was funny.
So that will come back later. The fact that that he has a dad, that definitely looks like the photo that they show in this scene. It's definitely the same guy who's in that photo. Anyway, now with that bombshell, cut to the gang. They're all at the beach, and they're sexually harassing women.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, all right. There's so many random scenes in this fucking film, and one of them is just a random beach scene where we just watch them harass people at the beach for like 10 minutes.
There's one of the guys. He asks a random lady to kiss her, and then she pushes him over. So he lands on some woman's boobs, and then all the women, they hit him.
Yeah, except they
hit him.
They like baby slapping, and they're laughing and giggling like,
yes.
Oh, you're such a naughty boy. You're such a naughty boy. Get out of here. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
But then his friend starts to drag him away through the sand, and then they just start throwing bottles at him.
Oh, it was so funny. They start throwing it. They threw like shoes and shit at him. I was like, ow, that would have hurt. Oh, shit. That's a very stupid scene.
I liked the line, they don't make buns like yours at the bakery. I don't know what... I think we randomly cut to the ninja bikers.
Yes, yep.
And my partner said something that I wrote down, which is a pretty fair criticism, which is... the biker guys...
Oh, I don't think so. The film can't be criticized. There's literally zero criticisms.
The biker guys, who are all meant to be ninjas, they're training in a dojo that's just filled up with gym equipment.
Yep.
Which, I don't know if you know much about ninjas, Zach, but that's not really... It's not how you train to be a ninja, is by doing some weights.
Yeah. Are you implying that nearly all of the 80s/90s popularity with ninjas in America literally didn't know what fucking ninjas were at the time?
That's true.
And just sort of idolized them as these phantoms in the night that could do whatever the fuck they wanted because they're story writers and can just make it the fuck up?
I mean, based off our review of American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, which you can get on Patreon, yes, they had... ninjas were just superheroes, basically.
Yeah. It is true. This is like, it's half weeaboo, half like superhero fanaticism over these like ninja things that they can just do whatever. But ninja was so loose, the term ninja, it could be applied to anyone who wore the like hood, right? The hood and the face mask. You were a ninja. That's it, you know? There was like a ninja outfit, and as long as you wore it, you were a ninja. It didn't matter how you trained or whatever. Although I would say the reason they have all the gym equipment, right, is because they're also half a biker gang, right?
They are all... well, that's true. They are half a biker gang.
And the biker gang, I could imagine going to the gym and hitting the protein, right? You know, they're big, tough boys. They got to stay in shape, right?
That is a really cool idea that I wish they flesh out a bit. The fact that bikers are like... when they rock up, they're noisy, they're loud, you know they're there.
Yeah,
when ninjas rock up, they're quiet, they're silent, they stick to the shadows.
They are like polar opposites, so it would be a good cover for ninjas to be biker gangs, because you'd never expect the biker gang to be the ninjas. But also, like, you wouldn't go and mess with the biker gang either, because they're a biker gang, right? You don't want to just go casually asking them questions. So it actually makes sense as a cover. Although it would be really hard to balance it out, right? Because if you're a biker by day, ninja by night, when the fuck do you sleep?
I don't think they do. I think they just do cocaine and just stay awake forever.
Oh, that's so true. What am I thinking? This is Miami, Florida, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No one sleeps. Everyone just does cocaine.
They don't sleep. I don't know what you're...
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. You see, you can really tell that I've never been to Miami, Florida.
Exactly.
If I didn't think everyone was just high as balls the whole time.
This scene doesn't make any sense. They send...
Which scene, Sandro? The movie?
That's true.
Or like...
the part where they ask the band to meet them in like a railroad yard, and then they just kind of... They fight a bunch, and that's it. I guess it was just an excuse for an action scene. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just an excuse. No, but like, I feel like a construction yard or something out is where a gang would invite you to beat the shit out. They'd be like, hey, we're gonna beat the shit out of you. It's like your like high school bouts, right? Meet me at the playground at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, right? It's a cool place to have a fight scene. There's some running up and down things. People, like one guy grabs a bar, like a ninja has a sword, and so he's blocking the sword blows with the bar. I did like that. But there is tragedy in this fighting.
Is there? The cops are called, and then they just kind of...
Didn't one of the brothers die in this fight? Like, someone dies because they fall off a tall thing.
Oh no, Zach, that's the next scene where they tell the band to meet them somewhere.
Oh, that's the next one I'm thinking of. Sorry, yeah.
That's the next action scene. That one's at night. This one's at day. It's very easy to get them confused.
Right. Oh, yeah. No. You are right, because that one is at night. I am a dummy. I'm going to need to watch this film a third time.
Because then after that scene, the bikers go to a bar. We get a song called "You're Messing with the Tough Guy," which sounds like it was straight out of Team America. And we get some boobs.
Oh my God, Sandro! There's tits everywhere.
Yep. There's a couple of and I swear they just went to a bar and just filmed random people.
Oh, absolutely. They were just like, no, but they went up to like specifically a biker gang, right? And we're like, hey, we're doing a movie that involves a biker gang.
Yeah.
Can we film you guys? And the biker gang was like, oh yeah, sure. Like, and they were like, we'll pay you. And the biker gang was like, sure. So they just started filming the biker gang. And then the gang was like, the girls are like, haha, let's show our tits on fucking screen. And then like, one guy fucking moons the audience.
That's right. I was going to say, we don't just get boobs, Zach. We get an anus.
Yeah, we get a butt.
That was pretty good.
We get a butt. Someone just runs up to the camera, turns around and moons the camera. And they just kept that in.
The random Italian guy, I don't know what his name was. He's got a mullet. What? Tom? I have been informed that his name
We've been informed.
that his name is Tom.
Tom.
So Tom...
It's vital that you remember Tom's name, Sandro.
So Tom gets kidnapped.
No,
they tie him up.
Not Tom. I'm so attached to this character, Tom.
Tom gets kidnapped, they tie him up, and then they tell the band to come and get him. And this scene, Zach, is where things get a little bit deadly.
No.
That's right.
Violence in my action films?
Well, I mean, it starts with, like, the band kind of sneaking in, and they're pretty careful at the start. They're just, like, knocking people out. But there's a twist where I think Mark, which is the main guy, YK Kim, the guy who made the movie, the guy who's, like, 20 years older than all the other band members,
which is very funny.
He starts, like, hitting people in the neck so much that they die. And we're like, what's going on here? I thought they were meant to be a peaceful band. What's happening here?
Yeah, there's a lot of violence going on for this anti-violence gang.
Yeah.
You know?
So Mark starts, like, killing people, and then they work their way up to where they've tied up Tom, and it's, like, pretty high up. It's pretty high up above the ground, and Jeff's there, and he's like, I'm Jeff, I'm the bad guy of the movie. And then our main characters, they kind of swarm Jeff, so much so that he falls to his death and his brains go everywhere.
Whoa! The fucking violence just skyrocketed in this film. Suddenly gore.
Yeah.
Suddenly blood.
Suddenly, the main bad guy, kinda, is dead already.
Oh, wow. That's the end of the film, I guess.
And the first thing I thought was, is Jane now going to betray the band? Because her brother has died.
That would be sick as hell, though.
But then Jane's like, John, you killed my brother. It's fine. I took a day. I'm over it.
Yeah, well, honestly, brother didn't seem great, so I feel that.
Yeah, but there's so many scenes where she goes to see him.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, she's obviously got a lot of affection towards him because she's like, hey, you need to stop doing crimes. And he's like, I'm a man. I got a beard. Oh, shut up. I love you, sister, but you got to leave the band alone. And she's like, no, don't. And then her boyfriend kills him and she's fine with it.
I feel it's more that she knows that she can get away with yelling at him because she's his sister. Not so much that she liked him, it's that she was, like, trying to make him a better person.
For sure, maybe.
But failing.
But also, like, she shouldn't get over his death that quickly. It doesn't make any sense, character-wise.
Hey, maybe, did you think about this, Sandra? Maybe she was once in the gang. Maybe she's actually a bit more tough.
Maybe.
Maybe she's a bit more grounded than you fully realize. Maybe she's done some ninja biking, cocaine snorting, right? You know? I want to know her backstory. I want a 10-minute dialogue of her fucking backstory. Again.
Wait, no, but we do get that at the start.
I know. I want it again.
You want it again, for sure. That scene was weird, though, where she, like, forgives John for killing her brother, and then they just start making out in front of all of the other band members, and then we cut to Jim, and he's just like, nice, I'm enjoying the show. And I was like, Jim, stop watching them with a weird smile on your face. Stop it.
Oh, dear. Yeah, but so that guy's died, but there's, like, two leaders of the bikers / ninja gang.
That's right.
There's, like, the biker leader and the ninja leader. And so, like, the biker leader leads them during the day, and the ninja leader leads them at night, right?
So Jeff is the biker leader, and then Yoshito, the white ninja, he's the ninja leader.
Yes, correct.
I like your theory. Also, to add on to your theory, Yoshito is the white ninja because he's the cocaine ninja.
Yeah. He's like, give me that cocaine. What are you doing? Stop fighting them. You need to go get me the money. And by money, I mean the cocaine.
The cocaine. So anyway, all the ninjas want revenge, basically. They're like, we need to stop this band. Jim, he's found his dad finally.
Yeah, they finally get a hold of his dad. And he's like, I finally found my dad. But then the big fight's coming up, and uh-oh.
Well, he's got to do one quick thing before the big fight, Zach. You know what that is?
No, not at all.
Shopping montage! He's got to buy a suit.
Oh, fucking Christ. I forgot about this fucking suit scene. Yeah, because he wants to make sure he impresses his dad. And so we're all invested in this shit.
The movie just stops and he goes and buys a suit.
It does this throughout the film. It's like, stop, we're going to go to the beach now. We're going to have them sexually harassing people in the beach. All right, stop the film. We're going to have him buy a suit because he's going to impress his dad.
It's so
fucking
funny.
Christ.
It's so funny. But then they drive to meet his dad. And by they, I mean Mark, the main guy.
Yep.
John, the boyfriend.
Yep.
And Jim. None of the other guys come with them. So just bear that in mind. The ending action scene of this movie is just these three guys out of the whole group of friends that we have set up throughout this long movie. The very end of the movie is only a couple of them.
To be fair, only two of them really show that they're like professional fighters, right? It's the main dude and the boyfriend guy.
Yeah, none of the other guys really showed any taekwondo skills.
I mean, presumably they do have them and they can fight, but those two are the main ones. I feel like that was like definitely, all right, let's get the actors that can fight the best, and we put them in the final scene.
So here's what happens. They're driving along.
Just chilling. Having a good old time.
The ninjas ambush their car.
The ninjas? Those wouldn't be the ninja biker gang that we pissed off earlier, Sandro.
That's right. It is the ninja biker gang, Zach.
No! Oh, God.
And they want revenge, so they kill Jim.
What the fuck? They just killed the guy straight up?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, not really. He's not dead, but the movie certainly makes you feel...
Oh my God. He was just about to meet his dad. That's so tragic, Sandro. We just had like a fucking 10-minute montage of him getting a fucking suit, and now he's dead.
And that's when Mark is like, I'm done trying to defeat these ninjas in a peaceful manner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a sword and murder 20 ninjas.
He just goes on a killing rampage.
And not only that, John, he goes full Rambo.
Yeah.
He starts yelling and smiling like a psycho.
Oh shit, and he gets shirtless as well, doesn't he?
He gets shirtless, he gets blood smeared all over his chest.
Yeah, he gets blood smeared everywhere. He just goes psycho. These two fucking killers with katanas just go slicing up fucking ninjas and murder them all.
And apparently they killed the entire group of ninjas. These two guys essentially murder a bunch of ninjas. To be fair, the ninjas have swords and would have killed them, but
Yeah.
this was meant to be the peaceful taekwondo gang that have now got swords and are murdering ninjas.
Yeah, this is the least peaceful taekwondo gang that I know of.
And it was pretty good. I liked this action. I thought it was pretty good. It's pretty well done.
It was, you know what? It actually was. It was alright. Like, the blood effects were actually really good as well.
They were.
The, like, really violent effects were really, like, well done. And especially when, like, the, like, final remaining ninja crawls up to their boss and it's like, "Boss, we're all dead. When all of us have been killed, we fucking suck. We're so shit at being ninjas. Possibly because we've never gotten any sleep. We just do cocaine all the time. We're exhausted."
We just do cocaine all the time and we're bikers, but then we're also ninjas. We don't sleep.
You make us do bikers by day and ninjas by night. We don't sleep at all. This was a terrible idea.
We've never slept since we turned 20 and joined the gang.
I think really how our gang exists is that everyone is too intimidated by us because we're high on cocaine all the whole time. When it comes to actual confrontation, we're pretty poor.
Honestly, I think we just imagined this whole thing. I don't think any of this is happening.
Yeah, that's true. We might just be high and killing each other right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go all home. And then the white ninja's like,
Yeah, he does a line of cocaine.
he doesn't be... He doesn't be online of cocaine. And then he stands up. Disclaimer, none of these ninjas do cocaine on screen.
No one does cocaine in this whole movie.
But they definitely do it off screen.
Oh yeah, 100%. Everyone was high.
He just takes his katana and he chops the fucking ninja's head off. He's like, "Ah!" But then he, like, stands up and just laughs really loud. He's like, "Ah!" Ha, ha, ha," as the camera pans down, but it gets the sun glare in it, so it's just, like, glaring sun.
Oh, yeah! That was such a bad scene. I remember that one.
Yeah, I wanted to remind you of it because you would have been like, what the fuck? Why did they just get all this just sun glare of him as he's just standing there laughing?
That does
It's very
happen,
funny.
yeah, that does happen. But then it's the final fight. It's Mark versus Yoshito, who has now been replaced by a stunt double, because it's obviously not the actor in the suit that we've been seeing throughout the whole movie. It's a different guy in the ninja suit. They do a big fight. It just ends with Mark, like, he stabs him with his own dagger, which is pretty cool, and then he wins the day. I think we randomly cut to John running through the forest with blood all over him, and he's just yelling, and I wrote down the note, John has to be put down. We need to put John down. John's not okay. They take Jim to the hospital because he's alive, and we're introduced to Jim's dad, who is
Whoa, Sandro, what?
What?
Jim's alive?
Yeah, he was alive, actually, this whole time.
What? Oh, that's right. The wounds we thought were fatal were actually not that bad at all. And
They weren't that bad. He was stabbed through the chest, but he's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he lost a lot of blood, but he's fine, actually. He's fine. I like how we see his dad there, and it's, like, clearly a different person from the photo.
Not only is it a different person from the photo, Zach, it's a 20-year-old man with white, like, hair dye in his hair to make him look old.
Yeah, it's very silly.
So funny, and they're all there, and they're like, Jim, he's gonna be okay. And then Mark, he says, no one's gonna mess with our band again. Yeah, because you killed like 40 ninjas.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be dumb enough to go up against you now.
Holy
the
shit.
FBI probably have a case out on you.
Yeah, the thing you have to worry about is the police.
Exactly.
Like the cops. That's the other. But I guess if it's Miami, don't have to worry about them.
And then we randomly cut to, all in bold, big font, only through the elimination of violence can we reach world peace. And I'm like, that's the lesson we're meant to take away from this? I thought it was, you should just kill all your bad guys.
They didn't eliminate the violence. They became the violence and eliminated everyone else. They are the violence. They need to die. Otherwise, they're still violence, right?
Is that the point of the movie, though? Like, the cycle of violence? Like, people who are peaceful,
God.
violent stuff will happen to them, so that then they become violent?
Oh my god, this film's so deep, Sandro.
Maybe this movie's deep, actually.
I'm 14 and this was very deep.
And then we get a random song at the end about, gotta find your family,
Yeah.
gotta find your dad. He's a 20-year-old man in makeup. Gotta...
Yeah.
And that's the movie. What a great film.
Man, I should have given this film an oldie. No, it was fun. It was fun. The action was good. There was a bit of slow-mo. What did you think of the slow-mo, Sandro? I know you're classically a hater.
Because it was actual people doing actual taekwondo, I think I was okay with it.
Yeah,
Because it was slow-mo to kind of show off.
Yeah, it didn't... This film is very light on slow-mo. It didn't use it a lot. It only used it a couple of times. So I thought it did the slow-mo quite well as well. It didn't overuse it.
I tell you what it did overuse, Zach.
What's that?
Overused, only through the elimination of violence can we reach world peace, Zach.
That's true. They did overuse that. That and ketchup bottles. They went a little crazy with that fake blood.
That's true.
There are known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns. But there are also unknown knowns. The ancient and esoteric Order of the Jackalope is a secret society devoted to unearthing and sharing this forgotten knowledge. Each episode, we take one of these strange stories and share it with you. No topic is off limits, except for the obvious. Available wherever fine podcasts are sold.
All right, we got to remake this bad boy. There's no sequels, obviously.
Yeah. What a wild film for us to be doing. But I feel like this film could be done well with our additional backstory. One, that the ninjas by night, bikers by day gang does mountains of cocaine.
Yeah.
Is a great addition to the story.
We're adding that to the plot. They just are always. Oh, it's kind of like Mandy. Then.
Yeah. I think they do sleep, but it's like they have three different sort of things that they do. One is that some of them go at night as the ninjas, and they're part of the ninja half of the gang, and that's all they do. Some of them are the biker gang, and they go out and they're just the biker gang, right? They're still part of the same gang, but neither of them ever meet, right? Then there's the mid people who do both. I'd say some of those, they might, like, come for the first half of the ninjaing and then leave to go to bed, right? And then they come for half of the biker gang stuff and join in half of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the cocaine ones who who maybe get, 2 hours of sleep a night and then just snort lots of cocaine and then go wild, right?
For sure, yes.
That's the biker ninja gang to me.
What do you want to do? Do you want to make a movie that's bad on purpose? Or are we just making an actual, taekwondo movie?
You could take this either way. You could try and make this film actually good, but steal all the elements and make it... I say we make it, bad, but deliberately bad, and make fun of it sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, okay.
A bit I want to do, Kung Fury, right? Where it's oh no, it's the ninja biker gang. They do mountains of cocaine to keep their energies up. I'm gonna have to be extra careful dealing with these rotten eggs.
Well then, what we need is actors who know taekwondo.
Ooh.
Now there's quite a few here. One of your favorites,
Oh?
Donnie Yen, knows taekwondo.
Oh, of course.
and all of that. He knows Taekwondo. I feel like he'd be a good Grandpa Song or whatever his name was.
Yeah, no, but it would be funny as him as the singer dude, right? Because in the film we watched, he was 20 years older than every other guy.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He could be a 60-year-old man pretending to be a 20-year-old man. That's very funny.
They say in the, like, band scene, it's like, we're all 20 years old, and everyone nods, and you just look at him, and he's, like, clearly 60, right?
All right. So Donnie Yen is Mark.
We're all 20, we're all orphans here, you know.
Someone else who knows Taekwondo is Wesley Snipes, who is Blade.
Oh, shit.
He actually knows Taekwondo. He knows it pretty well. He's got a pretty big belt in it.
Yeah, how old is he?
He is also 60.
So, another 20-year-old to add to our band.
I'm like, we could have him as the white ninja. That would be kind of funny. He's the bad guy. So the ending of the movie is Donnie Yen versus Wesley Snipes.
That would be hype, actually, though. I want to learn his tragic backstory as well. How he became the white ninja leader of the biker / thing. He has a story of, like, I united the biker gang and the ninja gang to become the biker ninja gang.
The biker
And it's
ninja
like,
gang.
oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, like Wesley Snipes, like maybe he was like, as a kid, he was trained how to be a ninja.
Yes.
But then his parents were killed and he was he was brought up by bikies.
Here's the thing, right? He grew up with his mother, right? And learned to be a ninja. He was all these things. But then his mother died and he had to move in with his father. And his father was part of a biker gang, right? And so he was introduced to that. And then he used his kung fu / karate / ninja / taekwondo powers to take over the biker gang, and then he united them with the ninja gang, and then they became the biker ninja gang, and that's the backstory for that, and that's why he's the big boss at the end, right?
Hell yeah.
So he has all these connections. And then Donnie Yen, as a kid, trained with him.
Okay.
Oh, and then they meet up as the end as old arch nemesis.
I like it. Other actors who know Taekwondo. Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld apparently knows how to do Taekwondo, so maybe she's in this movie then.
Absolutely. She could be the female guy who's was like brothers to the biker gang guy, right?
All right, she's Jane. Jane. Yep.
Yeah, she's Jane. But in this movie, she has more of a role where she also kicks ass with the band, right?
Yeah,
it's not like the ending of this film where it's like we'll get 2 of the fucking people from the band to do all the fighting at the end. No, the whole band's fighting, and she's definitely one of the band members, right?
Yeah, cool. All right. So Evan Rachel Wood. Well, then playing her brother. The idea that my partner had for the character of Jeff actually is Jason Schwartzman, because he looks pretty similar to the guy who played Jeff the brother.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
I think he'd be good too as a bad guy, a coked up bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, have him just be like he's not so much a biker dude. He's just everybody's scared of him because he's constantly hyped up on cocaine, and he's just like really jittery and like unpredictable, that sort of thing. I'd like that. Yeah, I think he could do well.
Okay, so we got Donnie Yen as Mark, Evan Rachel Wood as Jane, Jason Schwartzman as Jeff, Wesley Snipes as the White Ninja. We need someone to be in the band who is an actor that doesn't know Taekwondo, but we can get a stunt double in to say that they do know. But just someone in there who obviously does not know Taekwondo. Who's an actor?
We should do that. Do that thing where it's like you have the actor and they're fighting, and it's like they go to swing, and then you cut to giant arm compared to theirs just chopping, you know, just like very obviously a different person.
Or we could get Justice Smith to play Jim. He was in Dungeons and Dragons recently, and I like the fact that he's meant to be the same age as Donnie Yen. That would be pretty funny.
Oh, he was great. He would be great as the comedy relief guy who definitely doesn't know things. That would be great, because when they're all like, yeah, we're all 20, we're all orphans, he could be like, we're all 20?
We're all 20? We need a director. What's like a movie that's had some good action recently that you've enjoyed?
Good action. The Puss in Boots movie had some good action.
That's animated, Zach. That's animated. Doesn't count.
I know. That was a funny joke.
Who directed Kung Fu Panda? Oh, wait, that doesn't
That's an
count.
animated movie, Sandro. Yeah, that doesn't count. The problem is there's no good movies that I've watched recently. All of them sucked and were awful.
Forget the guy who directed Blade.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Stephen Norrington. He also directed League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, though.
Oh, I liked that movie.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm sure we'll do it at some point.
That is like when I was younger, I really liked that movie.
Yeah. Modern martial arts movies. I'm just gonna Google like what modern the Mortal Kombat movie. Who directed that?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
That's kind of the vibe that we want, right? Kind of silly.
Yeah.
His name is Simon McQuoid. He's from Perth. He's Australian.
Oh, okay.
Mortal Kombat was his first movie, and his next
Really?
movie is Mortal Kombat 2.
That was his first movie? That's not bad for his first movie, actually.
For sure, I agree.
Here you go.
Do you want to get him in?
Yeah, sure. Bring him in. Get him some... Put him... This fresh blood, you know? Let's give him a comedy movie to do, right?
All right, there we go. It's our remake of Miami Connection, all-star cast of orphans who are all in their 20s. Excellent. I love it. This is good. What a great way to wrap up the episode with family.
Yeah.
All about family and friends.
We're all about loyalty, family, because we're here to win. Something.
Yep. Yeah.
You've got a friend in me. Something.
Oh, you're almost getting there.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, that's the entire episode. Thank you so much for listening to the bloody podcast.
We appreciate you. You could go check out our Patreon.
Patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodyzach, Zach, because did you know that right now we are in the midst of one of our favorite times of the year?
Is that perhaps the Cagerama?
Oh, that's right. For 3 months over on patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod, you can catch us reviewing Nicolas Cage movies for 3 months straight. 2 episodes a bloody month, mate. That's so much Nicolas Cage.
That's a lot of Cage.
We kicked it off a week ago, 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. With The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Go check it out. Episode's out. It's the first one.
That was a banger.
For sure.
An absolute banger.
And there's a huge back catalogue up there of, movies that have gotten the Meme Porridge Award, like Madam Web and
Ooh, that's a
New
good one.
York Ninja and Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
No, that one was bad.
I really enjoyed it, Zach. I think that was a good...
That was a garbage movie for garbage people.
No, I think you will find that you enjoyed it. No, you enjoyed our discussion of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I did secretly enjoy that movie, but I'm not going to tell you that.
You can also help out the show by reviewing us on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Thank you so much to everyone who does that. Drops a comment on YouTube. That's really helpful as well. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Zach, you got to pick the next week's movie as we jump to 1988.
1988. The Naked Gun?
Oh, a good one. I like The Naked Gun very much so.
Yeah, from the files of the police squad.
Oh, you've got Child's Play, first Chucky movie, one of my favorite franchises.
My Neighbor Totoro?
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen it, so that would actually be a good one.
You've got Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh,
Good one.
yeah, that would be a good one. What about Moonwalker?
Moonwalker is
The Michael Jackson movie.
Oh my god, a Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah.
An experimental anthology musical film starring Michael Jackson.
The fucking images for that are wild.
Wait, it's just footage from his concerts that he edited into a movie with a story?
Yep. It's pretty much like the Purple Rain movie, so I'm going to avoid it like heck.
Oh god, that Purple Rain movie sucked.
Red Scorpion.
Oh, I think I've heard of that before.
Yeah, it has the, like, villain from Rocky in it, Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite movies of all time, Mac and Me, which is a
Mac and You?
rip-off of E.T.,
Ooh.
except I think it might have been sponsored by McDonald's. I don't know, but it's like a really cheesy E.T. rip-off.
Yeah, no. That one's, like, full of fucking Macca's references and other, like the main alien's like a Macca's alien or something.
Right. I love that movie. I think that movie's a lot of fun. It's terrible and I really like, but we did just do a So Bad It's Good, so that's fair enough if you don't want to pick a bad it's good movie.
What about Big, Sandra?
Oh, with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's the one. A 13-year-old boy wishes to get bigger in size with the help of a fortune-telling machine.
Yes, and then he convinces a woman to have sex with him, even though he's only a teenager.
Mm.
A truly classic, fun comedy romp.
I might have to pass on that one. Rambo 3.
I don't think Rambo 3 is particularly good. Coming to America, classic Eddie Murphy. You could also go for a film bro movie and pick Cinema Paradiso.
I would rather die.
That's fair. I think I saw it on TV once. It's fine.
Die Hard, that is.
Oh!
Because Die Hard's 1988. There's
There's some great fucking movies this year.
The problem with that, Sandra, is I can't pick Die Hard.
It's not Christmas yet.
It's not Christmas yet. Yeah.
Oh, you got Beetlejuice? There is, of course, the Beetlejuice coming out this year. The sequel to
Well,
that.
don't say it a third time. But no, Sandra, I have an idea.
Oh, what's your idea? Is it Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I think we've done that one, haven't we?
No, we haven't done that one. I want to do it, though.
I'm sure we did some sort of, like, killer clown related thing. I think it had clowns as aliens at some point, but it wasn't this. Maybe I've just seen that movie.
Maybe you've just gone and watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That checks out. I just presume any old movie that I watched with you on the podcast at this stage.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Me too, honestly.
Yeah. I'm like, surely I watched this on the podcast, right? Before, when we were remaking the movie, you remember?
Yeah.
We talked about all these animated movies.
We did talk about animated movies.
So it got me thinking about animated movies.
Oh, okay.
I want to do a childhood favorite.
Oh.
Yeah, something to bring you back.
Oh, okay.
Bring you back to your childhood, Sandra.
I don't want to go back, Zach. It was a scary time.
Yeah, I know. You were a scary child. You were like, I'm a film critic. I hate cinema.
That's true. That's what I was like.
That's what you were like. I remember I was there. No. I would have picked The Land Before Time.
Oh my god, I love The Land Before Time. Well,
Yeah.
I remember loving The Land Before Time, at least.
I think I watched it once when I was very young and didn't pay much attention. So I only remember parts of it. I remember I liked the sleepy little dinosaur who ate a lot.
See, but that's very interesting, because I also think I've only seen Land Before Time once, but I've seen a bunch of the sequels multiple times.
Oh, I've never seen any of the sequels, so...
There's 14 sequels.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I want to watch it so I can watch the weed dinosaur again.
The weed dinosaur?
Yeah, because there's a dinosaur who's like dopey, sleepy, and eats a lot.
Oh, you got a good point. You got a good
he's
point.
just high. This one dinosaur's just high the whole time.
All right, well, next week we'll do The Land Before Time.
Yeah.
Now, Zach, I'm going to reward you. You've done so many podcasts in a row. No break.
That's true. And then the other time you drugged me.
I did drug you. You were on a
What the
TV
fuck,
for a while.
Sandro?
But Zach, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a little special treat.
Ooh, I'm excited. A nice nap, a nice rest, 8 hours.
No, I'm not going to
of
let
solid
you have a
sleep.
rest,
What?
but I am going to give you some Whiz Fizz.
Oh, Whiz Fizz!
Yeah.
Oh, man, I haven't had Whiz Fizz in years.
I picked this up at the shops the other day. Yes.
Oh, isn't it usually coloured? Why is it just white?
No, Whiz Fizz is usually just white.
Just white? Mm.
Yes.
Ooh, wow, this Whiz Fizz really has a bang.
No, it's quite strong. I think you should put it up to your nose and take
why is that?
a big snuff.
I got it up my nose. Oh my god, is that cocaine?
That's right,
Did
Zach.
you just give me cocaine in a Whiz Fizz bag?
I just bloody spiked you with some cocaine, actually.
Oh my god!
Happy
I
birthday!
can see colours! Oh my god! I can hear sounds and see colors, and I can see sounds and hear colors.
That's right, Zach, because for the next week's movie, for an animated movie, you're going to be living animatedly.
Oh my god, everything's retro colors. I feel like telling you about, how, what letter of the day it is.
Oh, I'm opening the portal. I'm opening up the portal. Except this time it's an animated drug trip portal.
Oh my god, dude, I can see everything in the portal, dude. Whoa, dude, I can see realities through this portal, man.
Why are you talking like you had weed? You had coke, Zach.
I know, but you said a drug-induced portal, so all I could think of was like a generic druggy man. It's like, whoa, dude.
That's true. Zach, no, stop watching Rick and Morty, Zach. We got to do the podcast.
Oh my god, no! I'm getting sucked into Rick and Morty portal,
Oh,
which is
no,
just so
that
happens to
wasn't
be a
the
drug
plan.
portal. Ah! Should have gotten one of my metal straws. Now I'm getting mucker on my mustache. It's now a mockstache.
Oh, mockstache. It already was a bloody mockstache, mate.
Oh!
Can't grow a real mustache. You grow a mockstache.
Uh-huh.
I'm putting that in the bloopers.
What's on your face right now, Sandro? Tell me.
I shaved. It's just stubble at this point.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking stubble. A lot of stubble for someone who's talking shit right now. Just saying. That's all
I
I'm
started
saying.
laughing before you finished the joke. That I
Yeah,
knew where
yeah.
you were going. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.